Hey everyone, I'm THPoint and welcome to The Final Station. What is The Final Station, you ask? I like to call it a methodical side-scrolling zombie shooter with train rides in between. It released a few days ago and this is what it looks like. So in this game you play as a train driver, which is this guy with the gun here. And he has a gun because, well, something went horribly wrong and now there are zombies everywhere. So you drive through the country with your train and you transport survivors and various cargo. The problem is every time you enter a train station, there are those blockers and they will block your train, and to unblock them you have to enter a code in this data pad. To find the code you have to explore the city or whatever lies behind the train station. And, well, remember they're zombies, right? So let's do that, shall we? Okay, so you move regularly with WASD and you aim with the mouse, you shoot with the left click and you can punch with the right click. And you open doors by pressing E. So let's do that. And we start exploring. So we open this and we found some pistol ammo. That's good because, well, ammo management is pretty important in this game. Ammo is usually pretty sparse, so it's always good to find some ammo. You also find a lot of, well, text, I guess. There are a lot of like computers and books or notes and stuff like that you can read that will add to the lore and the backstory of the game. So this seems to be a chat log. Can you take a day off? Tell your boss we have an anniversary. I can't. He left early today. He said he has important business at the port. He seems to be going there quite often. Okay. Usually you find something like this early on in the level. Basically, it says that the boss left the train station to go to the port, which means he's not around here. So usually, the boss has the code for the blocker, so we have to go to the port, which is only giving some flavor though. It's not actually adding anything to the gameplay because the levels are fairly linear. So we will end up wherever that code is anyway. But the backstory or the story of the game, the lore, is actually quite interesting and intriguing. And I'm not a big fan of zombie films or games or whatever. I'm not a big fan of zombies in general. But the story of this game got me intrigued, definitely. I'm very interested on how this continues and what the cause of the zombie apocalypse is, because it seems not to be the regular causes. It seems a little weird. Anyway, so let's open this door. Okay, still no zombies. That's good. What is that? Oh, I never saw something like that before. That looks dangerous. I'm not sure what that is. I'm a little scared now. Okay, more text. Joe, it's done. Everything works. The council must let me work on the Guardian now. You can have my house, sell it if you like. I'm going to Metropole. Yeah, the council and the Guardian are mentioned multiple times. Also, this doesn't seem to be the first zombie apocalypse in this world. There was a first visit and now this is the second visit, apparently. So, okay, what is here? Another note. Those are all data conductors that we have. I don't know what you are building, but good luck anyways. Immigrant Electron Appliance Store, First Circle, Metropole. Okay. Whatever we did. So let's punch actually this window to see what is in there. What in the name of... I'm not sure what that is. Is this a big robot? I have no idea what this is. But it doesn't seem to attack us or anything. And we can't interact with it. Okay, interesting. Not sure what this is what this is all about, but I guess we continue looking for the blocker code. Still no zombies. I'm very surprised. This seems to be a pretty safe town so far. Usually there are way more zombies. There is one. Okay, hi zombie. So we can shoot it if we want to. We have to shoot it multiple times. Well, twice, actually, with the pistol. Or we give it a headshot. Or we could punch it to death, which is usually better because you want to conserve your ammo. So let's take a look at the fridge. Food and a bottle of beer. The bottle of beer is just money, which you can spend in cities which are not dead yet. So there are still cities where people are living. So not everything is full of zombies. So there are still people selling stuff. More money. Cool. Okay, more zombies. So this is one of the regular zombies. This is one of the small zombies. I'm not even sure if there are zombies, but... well, something along those lines at least. They're pretty dangerous anyway. They attack you if they can. And they seem to be kind of dead or undead, I guess. So, I guess there are zombies. But they're never called zombies in this game. How do we do this? I guess I charge my punch, which you can do by holding the right mouse button. Go up here, punching the small one. And, oh, I didn't kill him. That's unfortunate. Usually the punch one-shots them if you charge it fully. You see, if we charge the punch, it has a cooldown afterwards. We could just shoot them, I guess. I have to get up there to shoot them, though. Whoop! Okay, that worked. And now we should be able to punch the big one. He doesn't even notice me. Interesting. Okay, usually they're a little bit more aware than that. That idiot who rented out our room upstairs stole 2 books. I'm going to police. I'll not let this slip. Okay. I guess we go in here. Oh yeah, it's usually a good idea before opening doors to charge your punch, so you can kill whatever's on the other side. The dreams are recurring. My next goal is Bristol. I've heard an old man who saw the first contact lives there. There they mentioned the first contact. Not visit, first contact. And this seems to be the second contact. I don't think there are aliens though, but I'm not sure. If I can meet him, I'm sure he can sleep. He can help me to move on. Anyway, I'm not going to talk too much about the story, because I don't want to spoil it, obviously. But I want to talk about how this story is told. It's told through various bits of small pieces, and sometimes you talk to people, but it's always like there's no cutscenes or anything. It's just like little pieces here and there, and you have to you have to puzzle them together or piece them together. And yeah, it seems to be very intriguing though. But as mentioned, I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm not gonna talk more about it. I'm probably gonna ignore the texts from here on as well, because, well, A, it would be kind of a spoiler. Not really though, because the single pieces of lore will not really tell you anything. But it would be a minor spoiler, I guess. And B, well, if you don't know the rest of the story, they're pretty pointless. So I guess I will just ignore the story parts from now on. Oh, they took a lot of hits. I'm not quite sure why. Go down. Okay, I'm taking the shotgun now. There we go. That was more efficient. So I have a shotgun as well, as you can see. The big ones, the pistol penetrates the big zombies, but I don't think it penetrates the small ones. So if you have multiple big zombies behind, like right after each other, you can hit them with the same bullet. Which is pretty good for ammo conservation, obviously. That's story. Oh, a car. There's usually something good. And there's scraps. Those are crafting materials, which you can use to... I think scraps are used to craft bullets. Oh, hell. Ah! That was one of the exploding ones. That dealt a lot of damage. Okay, that's not great. Okay. Well, there are not that many different kind of zombies. There are the small ones, the regular ones, the exploding ones, and the armored ones, which you didn't saw yet. The regular ones are just regular zombies. The small ones were quicker and more dangerous, and I think they take more hits as well. Then the exploding ones, well, they explode a few seconds after you hit them. And the armored ones, you have to punch the helmet off first, and then you have to shoot them in the head to kill them. You cannot actually punch them to death. So you can also throw some things at zombies like this. Unfortunately, you can only throw those things once, so you want to use them efficiently and not as I did there. Well, talking of armored zombies, there we go. That's how you deal with those. I'm thinking about using my medkit, but I kind of want to conserve it, to be honest. Okay, no zombie in here. Actually, nothing in here. Interesting. Because when I get back to the train, then I will get healed anyway. So I will try to avoid using the medkit. So let's be careful. Charge the punch before we enter a room. Oh, I can't throw the toilet. Cool. That's not good. Well, actually, I could have brought it over here, I think. Well, too late. There's a dead body down there. So the... Oh, yeah. What you actually do in this game is play very methodically. So be careful. Only open one door at a time. Charge your punch before you go in. Stuff like that. Try to conserve ammo. Don't panic. No, that's basically what you have to do in this game the most, or what the challenge comes from in this game. And that works quite well. Oh, there we go. We found a survivor. Cool. So, did you kill them? Oh yeah, dialogue in this game is a little weird because your character definitely talks. Like the other people you talk to definitely react to what you say, and they respond to what you say. But your dialogue, like your part of the dialogue, is not shown on screen. I'm not quite sure what the point is. Actually, there is one situation where it is shown because there is some chat. You can chat with some people when you're back at your train. But when you're talking to people, it never shows your dialogue. It only shows the dialogue of the other people you're talking to. So that's a little weird. But that's the thing. I'm not quite sure why that is. Maybe role playing, but I'm not sure. So he went back to the train, which means we can take him we will transport him with our train to the next city. And as soon as we reach a destination which is not a dead city but a living city, so a city where still people live and stuff like that, he will reward me for saving him basically, and I get usually money and maybe ammo or food or something along those lines. Okay, let's check what's over here. Dead body. Okay, more story. And now we go. We can continue in this general direction. There's a dead body here. Oh yeah, that's the director. This is the port. So now we got the blocker code. Conveniently, it saves it down here. You don't have to remember it. That would be awful. And now you would think you have to backtrack the same way you came here. But that's actually not true, because the level design of this game is pretty good. Usually you walk to the right, above Earth, or through some buildings and stuff like that. And to walk back to the left, you usually go underground, or sometimes it's the other way around. Sorry. But usually that's how it goes, and that's how it goes in this level apparently. Nobody here. Okay, boxes and stuff. I'm gonna investigate those in a moment, but that didn't work. Okay, so you can punch them multiple times, but that's dangerous. It's better to just charge and kill them like that. Okay, now I'm gonna use my medkit because I accidentally took a hit there, which completely heals me, but I only have a limited amount. I have a pretty, like, it doesn't really look like I have sparse resources right now, because I just left the city where I could go shopping, and I got a bunch of money because I saved a lot of people, so I had a lot of money to spend on things. So I bought everything they had, basically, all the med packs, all the ammunition they had, and so I'm pretty good on resources right now. But there were times before this where that was definitely not the case, where I was running out of medkits and out of ammunition and out of food and stuff like that. So that was not good. Anyway, I want to say something else about this. Oh yeah, I played, by the way, for 2 to 3 hours, something along those lines so far. Okay, nothing in here. Oh no, flammable one. Let's just shoot him and climb up the ladder, I guess. Whoop. Oh, this is locked, I hope. God damn it! I should have checked, I guess, before doing this. And that's what I said when I said don't, like, be methodical, don't get reckless. I should have checked if I actually can go up there before before shooting him, so I can make sure I can avoid the blast, because, well, that took half of my health. If I'm careful from now on, though, I will not have to use another medkit before getting back to the train, hopefully. Let's see. So we charge the punch before we open the door, which is a thing you get used to. I'm not sure if that's a good mechanic, because it always delays the door opening, and it's quite annoying if there's nothing behind the door. But it's a thing. Well, it's optimal to do so, so you do it anyway. Also, there is a bug with the charging. It didn't happen so far in this video, but sometimes you try to charge, and it's not on cooldown. If it's on cooldown, you just do a regular punch. But sometimes it's not on cooldown, clearly, and you try to charge, and it doesn't charge. It just does a regular attack, and that can be a little annoying. It usually is not dangerous for you, because it usually happens before you open a door or something, but it's still annoying when it happens. So another dead body, empty. Okay. So again, charge the punch, open the door, nothing behind that, open the next door. But that's a lot of them. Okay, maybe I should have pulled out a shotgun. I probably would have been more effective, but at least I did not take a hit, so that's good. Usually cars have good things, like scraps or whatever, but those don't. Okay. There seemed to be another survivor. Are you sure it's safe there? Can you guarantee it? Okay, you can see he definitely, like, my character definitely responds, but you don't see it. Rags, pistol ammo, okay. Bullets is good, because I'm running pretty low so far. So, also I already upgraded my gun. Usually you start with 6 magazine capacity, and now I have 8 bullets in. So that's good. That was pretty expensive though. And I just recently found a shotgun. I should probably use that now for demonstration purposes. It's pretty effective. That's a rat. It's not dangerous. We can kill it though. There we go. So yeah, so far I only have 2 guns, and for the most part so far I only had 1. As mentioned, I got the shotgun fairly recently. So weapon variety is not that big in this game. Also, enemy variety is not that big. As mentioned, there are only 4 types of enemy. Oh, that's tricky. I wonder if the shotgun will pierce through the armored guy. I'm not sure. I guess I try and then run. No, it doesn't. Okay, but the other one is not following. Okay, that's good. Let's switch to the pistol. Charge a punch. Can we climb the ladder with the no, we can't. Well, I guess a regular punch against his helmet is enough. Ooh. God damn it. Okay, I'm gonna use... No, let's not use a med pack. Maybe I can get through here without... No! I can't. Well, I missed that shot, I guess. I should have bought the laser sight. That was available as well, but I didn't have the money, so I did choose the expanded magazine. But the save points in this game are very, very, well, player-friendly, I guess. You usually spawn like 1 room back or 2 rooms back. You can also restart a level if you want to, and that will completely reset like all the resources spent and everything. Okay, I guess we try to get the armored guy's attention. I guess we... No, that's not good. Not good. Okay, oh wait, this might work. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. I mean, we could shoot the armored guy once, so we waste a bullet. But that will get his attention. I want to try the other thing. Let's do this again. No. No. Last time he was quicker than the others. Not sure. Nope, 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 nope. That's not working. Okay, we do the shooty thing. So shoot that guy. Punch him in the head. Shoot him. And now we can shoot him and run. Oh, the other survived. Okay. Not too big of a deal. We can probably punch him. Yeah, he didn't notice. There we go. That was the bug I was mentioning earlier. I did hold right click, but it did not charge the punch, which can get quite irritating. Okay, we made it through here. This was not a bug. That was just the punch being on cooldown. More story. We could go up there, or we... Oh, God. I think... If I remember correctly, the bullet penetrates through those zombies, though, so... No, it didn't. Ah! Ah! I'm an idiot. I did the same mistake as earlier. Sometimes it penetrates. I think it depends on how close you are. I'm not 100% sure, though. What's the best way of dealing with this? I can just shoot twice, and... They are quick, though. Maybe I take the shotgun. I took damage, but it worked. Kind of. The shotgun definitely penetrated it. Maybe I could have done it without taking the damage. I don't know. Let's reload and hope we get back to the train without using a medkit. Because we're pretty close, so we should be fine, I think. I wonder if there's something happening with the big robot thingy now. Might. Doesn't seem to be the case. Okay. Then I'm just leaving. Bye. Maybe there's something happens when I actually enter the train or something. I'm not sure. We're gonna find out. Doobie 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 doop. That's a long walk. Usually the city is closer to the train than this. So now we have to enter the code 7945. And that completes level. We enter the train. And now the train ride minigame begins, which is probably the weaker part of the game, in my opinion. Well, let's first see if the robot is doing something. Doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, so welcome to the train. We have a bunch of passengers. He needs help. He needs food soonish. They're all still okay. So they will chat, but my systems will break. So I have to fix them. So I have to pull this lever from time to time. There are other systems like this one where you have to balance those things. The cargo changes depending on where you are in the story, and they have different systems you have to fix as well. So in this one you have to choose a side that overheats and then cool it down, for example. The weird thing is, oh, he's actually dying. I have to give him a med kit. And the weird thing about this minigame is that only one system at a time ever breaks in one ride. So this one is breaking this ride, so I don't have to touch the other ones until I arrive, which is a little weird. It will only this one will break. I'm not sure if this is a bug actually, or if this is intentional. I don't know. It's a little strange. Anyway, so you can fix the systems. You can listen to their chatter if you want to. They will wait for you to come back if you leave the room. You can give them food and medkits, and you can enter this console thingy over here. This is some distribution of energy. I'm not sure what the point of this is actually. Then you can chat to people sometimes. It will notify when someone comes online. And then you can craft, most importantly. So we can craft medkits and ammunition. And can't craft shotgun ammunition because I used it for pistols. And this is the train map. So this is all the way I went already with this train. And we're here. So there are, depending, or the store page says that there are more than 30 levels, or train station, cities, whatever, to explore. So he's starving. Oh, he's as well. I'm not gonna... Yeah, I think I'm out of food, so... He's probably gonna die, yeah. Oh, someone wants to talk to me. Okay, sure. Let's do that really quick. It's Tim Lanning. Tim, are you there? Did you switch my road? Tim? Tim is offline. Well, he did not really talk to me. Great. And... Oh, fuck. The thing went out of power. Come on. There we go. They might die soon. Let's just pull the lever. Because we arrived. So maybe I find some food at the next station, which will allow me to make them live. So I think the train minigame is not that brilliant. Oh, this is inside a cave or something. Interesting. Okay, cool. I'm not going to explore this now though, but let me talk a bit about the brain minigame. Yeah, the train minigame. So I think it's not that engaging. It's a little weird. Like, the mechanics are strange. You have to press those buttons. It's kind of timed. You have to bring stuff to your survivors and stuff like that so they don't die. It's all, like, it's timed, kind of stressful. I would prefer, like, and the mechanics are not fun either. I would prefer to just listen to them talk and watch the landscape behind and make maybe some tactical choices. Like, have, like, the choice at the beginning of the ride who to supply with food or medkits or something along this line. Not have it on a timer running down and stuff like that. I'm not a big fan of that, especially because, as mentioned, it's very weird that only one system at a time breaks down. I'm not sure what the reason behind that is. It almost feels like a bug, but the game is released, so I don't think this is a bug, like, for multiple days now. It's a little strange anyway, and it's also weird because it's the most stressful part of the game. Because when you're exploring out there, the game is actually not stressful at all. You have all the time you want. You can prepare whatever. You can explore as long as you want, and do what you want, as long as you don't encounter a zombie. When there are zombies around, obviously it's stressful because you have to kill them, but as long as they don't notice you, or you didn't encounter one at all, you have all the time in the world, and you can do whatever you want. I'm repeating myself, sorry. But while you're at the train, it's kind of stressful because you have this timer running and you have to act quickly while wanting to craft things and listen to what they talk about, and maybe watching the landscape as well, because the landscape is actually interesting. It changes depending on where you are and depending on the story, and sometimes there are events happening and stuff like that. So for lore reasons, I would enjoy just listen to the passengers talk and watching the landscape, and maybe making some basic decisions like crafting and supplying my passengers with food and medkits, and maybe get a good dialogue with over the chat thing. So all those things happens, but I can't really enjoy them because I'm on this timer and have to move quickly and can't really think about them and can't really pay attention to them. And I don't know, I think this is the weakest part of the game, and it's pretty unnecessary to have those mini games in there. I'm not sure what the point of it is, maybe to increase attention, but I think the tension should not be during the train ride, but maybe that's just my opinion. I don't know. I would have preferred the tension to be, well, it is already pretty tense if you're exploring, but the train ride is just, I don't know, tiresome to me. It's pretty tedious. I don't know. I don't like it. But I like the exploring part. It's pretty cool. It's like the mechanics are pretty slick. It works pretty well. It really rewards methodical methodical thinking and preparation, being careful, not getting reckless, don't panic, stuff like that. Conserve your ammunition, stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And once in a while, you will encounter a town, as mentioned earlier, where people still are living, and you can talk to them and buy things and stuff like that. And you get rewards for your survivors who made it up to there and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Overall, I think though that the gameplay is a little repetitive. Especially, like, the level design is really good, especially with the quote-unquote backtracking, because there's no real backtracking, because you usually go a different path back. But besides that, the level design is usually very linear. It's good, don't get me wrong, like, the rooms are well put together and stuff like that, but it's fairly linear, so there are not a lot of interesting decisions to make. You can't look behind doors, so you just open the door and see if there are zombies or not, or whether there are zombies or not behind it. So they're not really interesting decisions to make. So everything you do, like, it all comes down to the preparation to be careful and methodical, and not about, like, actually making interesting decisions. So if you're playing this game carefully and slow, then you will not have a big challenge here, usually. Well, it's hard to be that methodical and slowly every time, though. But if you would be 100% careful, then you would not die, usually. I usually die at least once per level, but last level was worse, as you have seen. But yeah, you can usually you can avoid that if you are careful enough. But yeah, I don't know. I think there should be another challenge, more like some tactical decisions to make, or some interesting decisions to make at least. But there aren't really. You just go through the linear level, kill all the zombies, explore all the rooms, take all the loot, and find the code and go back. And, well, get on the train, rinse and repeat. And that becomes a little tedious. Like, I enjoyed the game so far, so I enjoyed it for 2 hours, especially because, as mentioned, the backstory is fairly intriguing to me. I'm not sure if I mentioned it at the beginning of the video, but I'm not a big fan of zombie movies or zombie games or whatever. So I'm not a big fan of zombies in general, but I like the zombie theme this game has, and especially I like the design. Like, the graphics are pretty minimal, very, very low pixel graphics, obviously, but they're well put together, and especially the design of the zombies is really great. Like, they don't make a noise, they're completely black, only the white glowing eyes. Like, I don't know, they work really well for me. Like, they create an awesome feeling, like an awesome tension, and I really like that. I like the environment, I like the lore and everything, but the gameplay is a little too repetitive to me. Also, I mean, it's not really my genre, I have to add that, I guess, because other people might enjoy this a little more than I do. It's not quite the genre I usually play. I'm more about tactical turn-based games and stuff like that. So this is not really my cup of tea, I guess. But still, as mentioned, it is a little repetitive. There aren't too many enemy types. There are so far only 2 weapons. I guess you get more later on. But yeah, okay. And you can punch, I guess. That's a third weapon, kind of, or attack at least. So it gets a little stale for me. So up until this point, I quite enjoyed it, but I don't feel I don't feel like I want to play more of this. I would like to explore the story a little more, but I have to go through a lot of gameplay to do this, and yeah, I don't really want to right now, because, as mentioned, it gets a little repetitive, and I find the train rides pretty tedious. So yeah, anyway, if you still think this might be interesting to you anyway, because, I mean, there are a lot of positive things about this game as well, which I mentioned, I think, hopefully. Then you can click the link in the description. Yeah, now click the link in the description of this video, which will lead you to the Steam page of this game, where you can purchase it if you want to. And, well, it's called The Final Station. It released a few days ago. My name is TH Piner. Thank you a lot for watching. Have fun, and see you next time.